Hi, I'm Steve Siemer, the Democratic candidate for Milton Township Supervisor. My wife Lisa and I have lived in Wheaton for over 27 years, raising our 3 children here. Our children all attended Wheaton schools and are now out on their own. Throughout my years in Wheaton, I've had the opportunity to serve in the community via a variety of organizations: the Boy Scouts, First Presbyterian Church Elder, Wheaton Infant Welfare Society, and Christmas Sharing. I view this opportunity to be the Milton Township Supervisor as another way to give back to the community. As a CPA and a former Chief Operating Officer and a management consultant, I can bring over 30 years experience of financial, analytical, and management experience to the job of Township Supervisor. If elected, what programs would I focus on? Throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to work in and for a variety of organizations, both good and bad. And one of the things I've realized is organizations that don't change management have a tendency to get old and stale and tired and end up doing things the way they've always done them without really taking a critical look at, do these programs, in the case of the township, really meet the needs of the community. As Township Supervisor, I would take a hard look at all of the programs currently in place at the township for their efficacy. Are they working as intended? Their propriety, are we really the place that should be doing this? And their cost, are we the most efficient provider of those programs, or should another government entity take that on, or should they be eliminated altogether? The other piece of this is how does the township interact with other government entities, and even, I would say, the public school system. All of the programs of the township and basically of all the government entities always have a tendency to overlap, and this just creates excessive administrative expenses. For us to be a lot more collaborative, I think requires like a change of culture at the township to be able to think first of how do we do this in the best place in the community in DuPage County. Would it be better for the county to do it? Would it be better for the municipalities to do it? Or would it be better to bond with other townships and combine the services as we did with the mosquito abatement district, which was a good start. I think the current culture is just to keep doing things the way they are and not really think about this drive to be a lot more efficient in how the programs and services are delivered to the township. How would I communicate with my constituents was the fourth question we were asked. One of my frustrations when I got involved in this race was the inability to go to the township meetings during the pandemic. The first thing I would do is make all of the township meetings available on Zoom or some other meeting software. I think it's high time that we do that. It would be easier for people who are interested in township and who may or may not be able to make it to the township building. And it would also allow us to expand the size of the meetings as needed if there was a controversial issue that a larger crowd wanted to attend. Second, I would try to make all of our communications digital. I think it's high time that we try to get out of the paper world. I realize there are people who prefer paper, and we would support that preference. But by and large, the ability to go digital will decrease our postage costs and our paper costs and allow us to do a much larger outreach to the community without incurring any additional cost. In closing, I think it's safe to say that Milton Township has changed. The demographics have changed dramatically in the last 25 years. I think it's time for a fresh look at how the programs and services that are delivered by the township, whether they should be delivered by the township, whether they should be delivered at all, is going to require change, a dramatic change in the management of the township. Myself, along with the rest of the Democratic slate, bring a deep experience in business, community service, and the nonprofits, and I believe we can bring that change to the township and deliver the programs and services in a much more effective and cost efficient way than is done today. Thank you for your support, and please vote in the April 6th election. Thank you.